My name's Dalton.
And I'm Dre.
And this is Late Night Listening with Dre and Dalton. Yes, dude, where we're going over the albums that came out in August of 2024. We're only doing 4 albums this episode. We're trying to shorten up the videos a little bit, make them more watchable.
Yeah, we have jobs. We're employed.
And school.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we be working. But you know who wasn't working?
At least not very hard.
Kanye West with his new album Vultures 2, which was
Ty Dolla $ign. Don't forget he's responsible for this as well.
The most forgettable hip hop person known to mankind. That's
French content. No.
Yeah, I'm definitely pushing it there. Well, Vultures 2. Overall thoughts, Trey. What did you think of Vultures 2 by Kanye West? I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot of similar opinions here.
Yeah.
There were multiple times this album changed. They did the Ubisoft method or the EA method of dropping a project and then updating it in the first few weeks or so, which is bullshit, right? Because if you buy an album, I know it's different nowadays with streaming and everything, but if you buy an album, it shouldn't be a live service, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it should be completed.
I mean, from the get-go, it always read to me as just almost a gimmicky way to hide the fact that the album isn't finished, basically.
Yeah.
And I've always been so off-put by that, honestly. It's so baffling, dude.
Anyways, point is, we listened to the most recent one, I believe. I don't know if he's updated it since, but we didn't even hear this day of. And I've heard there's been quite a few updates, and it is still our least favorite album this month.
It still sounds
and honestly,
awful.
One of my least favorite albums of all time.
For real.
Yeah.
No, that's so valid, dude. Oh my god. This, again, it's gone through so many revisions and so many updates, and it's still not finished.
Yeah.
And it's still not finished. There's multiple songs where he's literally just going
which, to be fair, was the case with Donda 2. I won't speak on Donda 2 because I think even
it's not
Kanye,
an official album.
Yeah, even Kanye fans will tell you that shit's horrendous. But I think there were a few songs on Donda where that was the case at first, but I mean, at least Donda had more substance to it. You know what I mean? I mean, it felt like there was a point. Here, man, he's just so washed. Kanye is more washed than ever.
For real.
And it honestly looks like it's probably just gonna get worse from here, man. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the comeback's far from possible.
Yeah, no, I really don't see a world where Kanye recovers from this, honestly.
Yeah. I think there is a I don't think we're gonna get political in this episode, right? We'll save it for the podcast. Coming soon, gang. But the argument that oh, dude, separate the art from the artist, that's already that's already kind of flawed when the art itself
is getting entwined with the artist's ideologies.
Exactly. But even if you want to use that argument, dude, this album sounds ass. It
sounds
ass. It's you need to listen to more hip hop if you think this is a good hip hop album. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I totally feel you there, man. I mean, again, there's multiple songs that are just like not finished. They sound like reference tracks to it's like a skeleton of a song, basically. And then other songs, I forgot if he patched this out or not, but he has AI Kanye vocals.
What?
When you're Kanye. Bro. You are Kanye. You can have those vocals on the album. You don't have to process them in AI.
Does he just really not believe in himself anymore? I don't get it. That is crazy. It's such a random thing. And you had the I don't think this was on the version we listened to, but there was literally a YouTube rip.
Yeah.
As a song. What are we doing?
5:30.
What are we doing?
Oh my god, I just can't with this album, dude. How is this an official release? How did this get released, dude? Do you have a favorite track?
I do.
Really?
I went with Field.
Field Trip?
I think it was a Field Trip. I don't even remember the name. I haven't listened to it since, but I will say the production of that one, pretty fire. I kind of wish it was given to anybody else. But do you have a least favorite or a most favorite track?
I don't know, the opener had a cool idea for a beat, I guess.
Okay.
That's about all that I can give it.
Okay.
That's about all that I have for any redeemable quality on this album.
All right.
Like, there are good, I wouldn't even say good, say interesting ideas on this album that could be fleshed out maybe, but they are not on this album. They are not fleshed out at all. Right. And given that we listened to an updated version of this album and they're still not realized, I really don't think it's going to get any better from here, honestly.
Well, do you have a least favorite track?
530.
Yeah, same here.
Easily.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, we went over it over and over again.
It's just half of it is mumbling. Like,
yeah.
What are we supposed to do here?
Like, what? Come on, man. Give me something to go off of. Like, I listened to Kanye's old discography last year on, like, The College Dropout and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and, like, all those other albums. What, like, made those albums good or, like, great even is that there's something that Kanye has to say and, like, it feels like there's something that he has to prove, basically. And, I mean, like, he certainly has something to prove on this album, but he's not. He's just not proving it. He's literally going into these songs with no motivation, no like reason to even be making this, honestly. And
motivation
it really
shows.
Fake. Exactly. Yeah.
Like, dude, like, bro, sit down and listen to Power, and then listen to like 530. You know, I know that's such a random comparison. Like, that's not like an actual argument, but the decline is crazy, is what I'm trying to say. Like, damn. Dre, what'd you give this album?
0.
A 0.
0.
A 0. Yeah, that's...
My God.
That's real. I give it a little bit higher. I give it a 0.5.
Oh, man.
And I do have a list of, like, all of the albums I've listened to, like, ranked. This is the second lowest album I have ever ranked. Second lowest album. If I listen to Donda 2, I do think Donda 2 might be worse, but I'm not going to count that. The only album which is lower than... I didn't even say it with a straight face.
No, I know what it is.
The only album that is lower than this one is the new Oliver Tree album. I'm saying new, most recent. Wow, bro.
Oh my God.
Kanye really hit that next level of being slightly better than Oliver Tree in the year 2024 or 2023, whenever that piece of shit came out.
God, for the viewers that don't know, Dalton has a history.
We're not gonna go into that, brother. No, I don't know what this guy is talking about.
Okay, dude.
Anyway,
you say so.
The next album, King
Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard
with Flight
B741.
Yes, I'll start this one off. This is
Okay.
just not my type of album at all. I'm gonna be completely real with you. That being said, if this is your type of album, you would probably love this. You would probably give it a 10. The production was like fire. Loved that. And it was still like really enjoyable. I wrote down, I imagine this is what Kid Rock sounds like to people who only listen to Kid Rock and think it's amazing. That sounds like an insult. It's not. It's just not my type of genre or like my vibe at all, but like I still respect it. Like there's definitely like a lot of work put in, and again the production is like pretty outstanding.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of feel the same way. Something that I don't think I would come back to regularly, but I can't bring myself to say that it's a bad album. I mean, like you said, the production is very, very solid. I really can see a lot of the quality of the instrumentals here. And I also like a lot of the writing on here as well. A lot of the lyrics, as I was reading along to it, actually did kind of hit for me, to be honest. For how, like... Damn, okay, I'm trying to find a way that isn't, like... I'm trying to find a way to phrase this that isn't like basic, but I can't think of it right now, so I'm just gonna go as basic as I can.
Okay.
It's super upbeat and super like high energy, but the lyrics do tend to be a bit more like more downbeat, I would say.
So what you're trying to say is
yeah, go right ahead.
The lyrics are so down, but the beats are so happy. What's the lyric? I can't even remember. Put it on screen. Fucking play the clip.
Yeah. All jokes aside, I did like a lot of the lyrics here. Point being, I really only have one favorite, to be honest. And that would be "Raw Feel." I really dig the message and the lyrics of this, of like just basically conveying that everybody feels things differently in both a positive and a negative way. One of the lyrics that like really stood out to me during this was "One thing for me might be three to some." Which I think is freaking real. That's super real. I like a lot of the lyrics on "Raw Feel." It's probably my favorite, honestly.
Nice. I went with "Feel the Vision." I don't have much to say. I just like the sound of it.
Fair.
So yeah, fair. Overall rating, Trey, would you give this
6
Nice.
out of 10.
Cool. I went with a 5.3, and I just want to reiterate again. I can see this being a 10 to someone. It's just really just not my style. So yeah. But you know what was my style?
Mine as well.
This new
Jpegmafia album. I lay down my life for you.
I kind of forgot the name of it, but that's okay. This album was,
oh my god, dude.
Smack in the face. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think I'd be much into this. I am a Peggy fan. I did enjoy the singles, but Peggy dropping another good album, I don't know. It seems a little good it's too good to be true. But no, he did it. This is like a really, really solid album. I do think this is probably maybe his least experimental album.
Really?
Maybe I might have to revisit some of his other stuff. But that being said, I do think this is also his best album, which I know that might stir some people up in the comments, right? But it's also, I think, the best album to get into Peggy. Like,
yeah, it's a really good introductory
like,
album.
Person like looking into like to get into like experimental hip hop, I would definitely like point them in this direction, because like it's not his most experimental, not even close, right? But like it still hits hard, and it's just like a very like cool, interesting album.
And plus, that really like speaks to Peggy's caliber. Just considering an album like this is considered his least experimental.
For real.
You know, like this album is insane on first listen, bro. You never know what direction this album is going to take, track by track. Like there's a track on here where he's like rapping over like a tornado siren, and it goes insanely hard.
For real.
And then the very next track is him rapping over like this like peaceful guitar plucking in the second half. It's
such a fun ride.
It is, dude. It's such a fun listen, man.
I also want to note the guitar on this project is crazy.
Oh my god.
That better be in like every Peggy project moving forward. It was so good.
It was sick,
so
man.
Good.
Oh my god, I love the stylization of this project, dude. That guitar, the rock element of this album added so much to all of these tracks.
It's so good.
And it's insane too, because I mean there's so many contrasting and conflicting ideas on this album that like you think would just not work at all. But he does it flawlessly.
For real. Peggy, go.
For real.
I think it's time to move into our top. We're doing top 3, or do you just want to do favorite?
I'm fine with top 3.
Okay, what were your top 3?
Okay, this is in no particular order, right? But number 3, Don't Rely on Other Men, the album version. Oh my god, the string section at the end of this song, dude. Holy man. Oh wow. That's another thing. This album, for as like rock heavy as it is, has a lot of really like majestic sounding like choral and string pieces on the end of tracks, and it sounds amazing. This track being one of them. And yeah, I mean, I just really like that track in general. Yeah, that song is a perfect example of how unpredictable this album can get, because it just takes so many different turns. Like, one part it's like almost like like very much electronic, and then like it's just very much just like rock out of nowhere with like this like guitar solo in the background, basically. And also just like the energy just like is non-stop, man. Non-stop on that track. And I've just been repeating to myself like over and over again ever since I heard it, that she had issues with her father, I had issues with my barber. That gets stuck in my head all the time, dude. That's such a good line. And then my favorite track was Ex-Military. That's like my favorite beat on this like period.
It's a wild ride.
I know, yeah. I really love the production on this album as a whole, but like especially on Ex-Military personally. But yeah, what were your top 3?
My third place, Don't Rely on Other Men. I think you kind of said what had to be said. Number 2, Ex-Military. I do have some notes here. So when I first heard Ex-Military, I was like, okay, so this is the best Peggy song ever made ever, right? And then I had a weird thing happen. In 2 different friend groups, including ours, one person said it was the best song on the album, and one person said it was like the worst.
I remember that.
After hearing the side for the worst, I can kind of see it. The switch up is a little head scratching maybe, and also like the barking. I don't know.
That's hype as hell to me.
I don't know. Like I can see it being really cringe. I do think I think. I'm not gonna say the barking was hype for me personally, but like I can see both sides of the song. But again, it is my second favorite. I came out liking it. I just think it's a really it's just such a good listen. Like it's so entertaining. And number 1, which grew on me a ton, was Either On or Off the Drugs. I love this sample. And I love how much it changes in the second half. Like it is so good, so good.
I have a weird relationship with this song personally.
Okay.
Because I mean, do you know the origins of the sample?
Is this the AI one?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm conflicted on it because it does sound really freaking good. It does sound really freaking good, like everything on this album. But I just feel so conflicted about it for that reason.
We can do a whole podcast episode on AI music. I'm gonna say personally for me, as someone who works with a lot of AI, that sounds bad.
Wow! You heard it here first.
No. I swear to God, I'm creative with it. I swear to God. But no, I wanna think he did it in a creative way. I mean, I wasn't in the studio. I wasn't watching him make it, so I really don't know. But I don't know. I can't. I feel like if you were to get mad at this track, there's a whole lot of other shit you'd want to be more mad about and you want to be more vocal about. If that makes sense.
Fair.
For example, and we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna make us talk about this in the podcast. Spotify is either rumored to or making AI songs and also AI playlists. So people who are making classical music or ambient music, it's they're slowly being outnumbered by AI songs, which is the most crazy dystopian shit in the space of music, at least. That shit pisses me off to another degree because I love ambient shit. That is my blood, my blood, bro. I fucking love ambient, and to know that Spotify is directly okay, yeah, we'll get the robots to make all that type of shit, and then we'll get all the money from those streams. You know what I mean? That pisses me off. That pisses me off so much. We hate Spotify, right?
We hate Spotify.
Okay, cool.
We listen on Tidal.
I listen on Apple Music, but yeah, Tidal's cool too. Tidal's cool. They pay. Tidal pays, I think, the most to the original artist, which is based. That should be something you look into.
And Apple Music still pays.
I think they're
well in comparison. At least.
Yeah, Spotify doesn't pay them shit.
Yeah, a
now
fraction of a fraction.
Trying to promote audiobooks now.
I know, bro. I'm not paying extra.
Stupid.
I'm not paying $2 extra for premium for audiobooks. I'm not gonna listen to.
For real.
That's such BS, man.
For real. I mean, dude. The only thing Spotify has going for them is the UI. And the generated playlists, those I'll give them those too, but man, I really recommend switching personally to either Apple Music or Tidal.
Yeah, and it's gonna be cheaper soon enough, anyways. So
student plans, always look at student plans too. Those are fine.
Student plans will save your life if you're getting an education. Anyways, I will say, at the very least, I mean, it's not Peggy himself is using the AI, to be completely fair. This is an AI cover that somebody else made of a Future song.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And it's also just reinterpreted in general. So I mean, you're totally right in the sense that there are way more egregious and detrimental examples of AI being used that should be talked about more than this. But I don't know. any use or publication of AI in general is just going to just like make me a bit hesitant in general.
And that's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, that is like the smallest. Not the smallest, but like that is like the one complaint that I have in this like entire project, basically. You know.
Anyways, Ray, what'd you rate this album?
8 out of 10.
Nice, bro. Nice.
Hell
I gave it an 8.6.
There we go.
Ray, it's time.
Oh, it's time.
It's time to get into our favorite album of the month of August of 2024, which was, I think, maybe easily Imaginal Disk by Magdalena Bay.
Oh my god,
dude,
bro.
I am so happy I got on the Magdalena Bay, I hope I'm saying that right, train before this album came out, because I feel so special now.
I feel that.
Like, holy shit, dude, I mean, I wasn't like a huge fan of them or anything, but like, I definitely had my eye on them, and I was definitely hyped for this project. Mm-hmm. And that paid off, because this is like...
Oh my god, this might be in the ranking for album of the year. Honestly.
It's in mine. It's in mine.
It's so good, dude.
Uh-huh.
But sorry, I won't cut you off because I know you're like excited about this.
Yeah,
so go right ahead.
I'm gonna geek out.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna geek out a little bit about this album. This album is so mesmerizing. There is so much detail in the production, and like, dude, it's so a lot of these songs are like super trippy, and like, I love her voice. I love her voice. She has like one of the best voices in music, bro. It's so it's so like raspy, but also like beautiful, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Like, it's so good.
Like, it's very definitely a stylistic choice that she's like deliberately making. Because there's moments on this album where the high notes that she's able to hit, oh my god,
for real.
Oh my god.
Every track, like the structure of all of them are so awesome. Like, they go somewhere. You know what I mean? And yeah, I also wrote down in my notes, thank you, Magdalena Bay, for making me less sad about the A$AP Rocky delay. Because, like, without this album, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This would have been a way sadder month for me. So yeah, thank you. This is just such a... I mean, it's easily my favorite of the month. And it's honestly, like... Right now, it's my album of the year. I mean, I still need to do some thinking, right? But, like, yeah,
Vultures, man?
No, yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. I don't know, bro.
Cardi the GOAT!
I just remembered, bro. Like, Carnival 2 on Vultures 2. Like, I don't know. There's gonna be a.
There's everything that's released this month, man. Especially the music video where it's just like a bunch of people running.
Nah, bro. That goes hard. I fuck with the music. I fuck with the music video. It's so silly, bro. It's so silly. I love that shit. You know, he just paid some random like YouTube person who knows Blender. You know what I mean? Nah, I fuck with that. I fuck with the music video. That song okay, we're gonna go. Fuck, rewind. We're going back to Vultures 2. We're gonna fuck this album. We're going back to Vultures 2. That song. Why was Cardi not on Friday? Why was it? Dude,
that's literally just Carnival 2.
You can't make Carnival 2 without Playboy Cardi. And look, I don't like Carnival, but I'm mad. You can't make Carnival 2 without Cardi. What are we doing? Okay, anyways, back to the good album.
Okay.
Hey, what'd you think of Imaginal Disk?
Oh my god, dude. Okay. First and foremost, I cannot wait to see these songs live because I feel like the visuals, and that's another thing. I'm getting ahead of myself just talking about this album. There's so much that I love about this project, about this band, dude.
Side note, we literally bought tickets to the concert like
as we listened to the album.
4 tracks into the album. That's how hyped we were.
I know,
so good.
Like, dude, oh my god, when I was deciding my favorite album for this month, it was always between Peggy and Magdalena Bay. Always. I did a re-listen of Peggy. I was like, oh, okay, I can like pick out like these tracks to be like my favorites. Like this one has a lot of elements that I like. This one has a lot of elements I like. Okay, here's my top 3. I was re-listening to Magdalena Bay. I'm like, oh wait, I really like this song. Wait a minute. Oh god. Wait, this one though. Oh god, this one. And then when it came down to my least favorite, I was like, okay, maybe it's this one. And then I'd get to a certain part, I'm like, no, I can't do it to that.
I've had that same experience.
You know, like there's just so much good about this album, dude. Like the entire aesthetic of it is great. They nail it like completely. The like part on watching TV where like it's like a CD that's skipping in the outro, and it's done so well, dude. It's done so well. Oh my god, the entire aesthetic of this album is just done perfectly. It reflects perfectly well with their entire band aesthetic, which is reflected on just the music videos that you're seeing right here.
The music videos are so good.
They
so
are
good. I love them.
Oh my god.
It's like my vibe completely. I love that shit.
Exactly. Like they have their aesthetic down. Like they have it down. And also again, like a lot of the like lyrics here, I'm like catching myself like really like connecting to as well. This album's beautiful, man. I love this album.
Top 3. You wanna go first?
My god, this was difficult.
It's a hard one.
Oh god damn, man. Okay, so again, in no particular order, except for the first one, I would say. Number 3 would have to be Angel on a Satellite. I really like this. Is a really beautiful song to me, honestly. Like it feels like I'm like on like a virtual like beach, basically. Like I feel like if I like pick up like the sand, it's just gonna be like a bunch of like static or like pixels or something. And it feels so like it feels so like clearing, honestly. Like the vibe that this song goes for is really freaking good. And also the line, when I see me through your eyes, I love me, so don't leave my side, is freaking tough, dude. I love that lyric so much. Number 2 is Image. This one Dalton showed me when we were driving to IHOP, I think.
Your introductory.
This was my introduction to this band, and I freaking love this song. This was a great introduction to this band. It basically fits everything that this band is trying to go for, and it achieves it extremely well. Oh my god, the aesthetic of this song, it is a really good introductory to this album. And then number 1 is Watching TV for me.
Nice, yeah.
Like, it feels so, like there's so many parts that I freaking love. Like the hypnotic, like, hello, how are you bit is, oh god, I'm like entranced by that. And then by the end, it feels so climactic, and like it feels like it's just building up to this like huge event, and it feels huge. It feels like it's paid off so well, especially with like I said earlier, the like CD skipping part is really well done. Oh my god, there's just so much to love about this album, man. There's so much to love about this album. Listen to this album after you finish this video,
please. Mine were two of them are similar. The only one that you didn't have was Fear Sex. That was a good track. Love the aesthetic of that one. And like, I feel like most of the like compliments you can give these tracks, they kind of like work for any song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just love the structure of this. I love where every song goes. It's such an adventure.
It's also a very, very, very consistent album.
For real. Second favorite, Watching TV. I think you summed that one up pretty perfectly. Number 1, Image. Dude, ever since this came out as a single, I was like, okay, we need to pay attention to this album. Because, bro, this is like song of the year.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Real.
Crazy music video. I know, like, bringing up music video, like, I know it doesn't make the song any better, right? But, like, I mean, you can argue that. And honestly, I'd probably, like, side with you. But, like, if you're, like, a music purist,
I get it.
Doesn't, you know, blah, blah, blah.
I get it. I get it.
Anyways, I just love like both like hard and soft styles of this song just mashed together so perfectly, so perfectly. I love it. I just love it. I love it to death. This is such an amazing song.
For real.
It's such an amazing album.
For real. I mean, like I was like considering like even like I was considering cheating on the least favorite bit here by putting one of the interludes, but like even the interlude is fire. Even the interlude sound fire, dude.
True Blue interlude. I've been bumping that one honestly, like some more than like some of the other tracks. It's so good. It's so mesmerizing. It's so good.
Even
it's
like
so good.
the 53-second like tracks that are supposed to serve as like transitions to other songs sound amazing on their own.
For For real.
Oh my god, I love this album. Oh my god, I'm crashing out, bro.
We could be here all day just talking about this album. So let's give it the overall rating, Dre. Dre, what'd you give Imaginal Disk by Magdalena Bay?
Oh god. Oh god. Like the closest to a 10 that a 9 can be. I'm overall rating it a 9 for now because I'm just hesitant on any 10 that I give. But it's, oh my god, it's like this close.
That
is
so
like
fair.
This close, dude. Oh my god.
I really don't know like what would make this album like
better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do have a least favorite, but like, dude, the least favorite on that song clears anything off of like
anything that we've like heard this year.
For real. But yeah, no, this thing just an amazing album. Please go listen to this after this video.
Go listen to this album, bros.
For real.
Oh my god.
Well, before we wrap things up, any other quick notes about the music in August?
I will say I did listen to this EP called Cold Medicine by Tiffy. She's a regular collaborator with this other artist I listen to called City Girl. And this EP is easily like the best that she sounded. She's really like progressed in her sound. If you really like some solid pop rock tunes, I would definitely consider listening to Cold Medicine by Tiffy. Very solid vibes, very solid songs. An overall good experience. I'd rank it between King Giz and Peggy if we were ranking these at all.
Cool. I don't have any recommendations or anything other than what we just listed. I do have one final note though. A$AP Rocky. Fucking drop the album, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? It pisses me off. It really does. It really does. I'm not even like I don't even have like the right to be as pissed off as I am because like I know there are A$AP Rocky fans. This is gonna get long, right? I know there are A$AP Rocky fans who have waited like 7 years now for a new album, and it seems like he delayed it because of leaks, but there were like no leaks. So like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
God.
Sorry. I had to say that.
No, go off, man. Go off. I'd be pissed.
It better be the best damn album I've ever heard. Anyways, I'm Dalton.
And I'm Dre.
And that was Late Night Listening with Dre and Dalton.
Go Gators.